Hello and welcome guys, I'm Asylum, your favorite villain, and today I will be casting a game our good friend Henny posted on the game replay site, and it's gonna be an SM mirror with Harry, let's see, versus IownU. Well, that's a bit of an arrogant statement, but whatever. We got Harry on the right side, he has Assault Terminators, he has Solario's command, Fire on Move, and he has the improved listening pass. Meanwhile, IownU has Tireless, who doesn't remember Tireless from the days it was incredibly strong. Solario's command as well, and the improved listening outpost. So let's see what the early game action is gonna be like. For Harry it's gonna be 2 servitors, 2 tactical squads, and IownU is pimping it up with 3 servitors and 2 tactical marine squads. The points are being captured. Everyone's having fun, doing what they should do. I like this color, by the way. I like the blue black thingy. On the meanwhile, IownU is going for the more traditional red, kind of like the Blood Ravens. Excuse me if I'm wrong. And the first servitor. Will this be first blood? Will this be? And it is the first blood. Meanwhile, the banner is dropped by the IownU guy. That seems a bit premature. I would have waited for it until there was a decent fight going on. He still could retreat from it, but maybe you really want this one. Harry getting them into melee damage, which is quite nice. But there comes the drop out with the second squad. But still, it's 3 vs 2 there. And another servitor. Oh, those boys are not having a good time. IownU reinforces with the third squad. Oh, and the grenade, and another one. Oh, that guy, he got hit twice. So unlucky. Bad day for that guy. The banner being dropped for Harry now as well. Harry. Yes, Harry might lose a squad here though, but the shield helps and he managed to get away. Well played, Harry. And another servitor. Oh, those guys.
A servitor is en route.
Meanwhile, both armies seem to have had enough for now. They're just gonna reinforce and chill a bit. But that being said, IownU is like, no, I want that point at mid. So he's going back and he's going for it. There's a fight here. Harry realizes he needs to get the fuck out of here. The banner is off cooldown, so no shield. Grenade being thrown. It hits one guy. And will they get out? That's the question. I think they will get out. Just barely though, but they got out. Or didn't they? Or didn't they? No, he got out. And he's able to reinforce now, so... Where's his army? There's one squad here. Okay. So a lot of tactical marine on tactical marine action going on around here. Once again, one guy. This squad might be going down. I think he might be in trouble there. Yes. He will lose this squad, I think. And yes, the squad goes down. Harry seems to be in trouble at this point, but he has the kill team now. He might deploy it to even things out. Meanwhile, heavy bolter squad being added, anti-infantry, so that should work quite well. But there's so much troops, so much damage. He needs to start reinforcing this in and do it quickly. This will be a very expensive loss. And there comes the kill team, I assume, and there comes the kill team. I think Harry has no choice to deploy his own kill team now if he wants to survive this. Unless, no, actually there's a good positioning, especially with the third backing off. He seems to be fine. He did lose this point though. And the IownU guy is getting a listening outpost here, so he seems a bit behind. Meanwhile, IownU is going for the generator, the shield generator. Harry's on his way to try to defend against it. Maybe he should drop his kill team here for the shield thing. Then again, the flamer gets through the shield, right? Dilemma's dilemmas. Oh, and that's a nice flamer, and that hurts a lot. But the grenade kinda saves the day, but a lot of damage being done. I think Harry has to go back. I think he wants to go for quick Diomedes. That's the only thing I can think of for not using his kill team. Personally, I think he should have just used it. And he might have won the fight earlier, and it would have looked better for him, but that's my opinion. Of course, the level 3 elites are also very strong, so it can pay off. I like to do it with Orc as well, getting my word boy before the strong boy sometimes, and it really can hurt your position, so it can work. But in this case, I would have used the kill team to get advantages with heavy bolters and maybe won the game by now. Meanwhile, IownU is getting a doctrine shape as well, a bit offensively here. Near the listening outpost of Harry. I'm not sure if either of them realized it. I think he did. I think he should. Let's just check that out. Yeah, he knows. And Harry knows as well, since he cancels the outpost.
Our brothers are met by an enemy force.
Meanwhile, some fighting going on. I think Harry is going to lose his heavy bolter there, and that should really hurt. Might be fine, but they're so slow though. I'm not sure why he's not going for the heavy bolter. This would be an amazing kill for him. They would have gotten this anyway. Should have gone for this one. They were faster. They would have gotten him. Some mistakes were made. Meanwhile, Diomed is being added to the field. There he is. Here he is to save the day. Some heavy bolters from IownU is being added. Both armies are currently reinforcing. There's a lot of action going on around in this game. I like that. In some cases you're like, okay, nothing happened, I'm gonna speed up. But for now I don't really feel the need. Because this is basically the first time they're having a break in the fights. There's constant action. That's nice.
Chaplain Diomedes, at your command.
Turn around, sexy. Turn around. Yeah. I like
The
that.
enemy is stealing a point.
I like the paint skills.
Point captured.
Meanwhile, IownU seems to be going for it.
A point. Look to our
I wonder if he wants to go for this point or just engage the army of Harry. No, and he decides to go back anyway.
A power generator is ready.
Meanwhile, listening outpost is established here. Got some nades up. I think they should be, let's see, Harry has 26. 66. Oh, so the IownU guy is ahead of economical. Okay. Meanwhile, some tactical marine squads is getting caught. Diomed is going for it, the man with the hammer. There he goes. At least I would call it a hammer. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Bam. Yeah, run, man. You gotta run. Run you must. Ah, yeah. This squad is gonna die, I'm sure. Yeah. Meanwhile, the heavy bolt is doing some damage. And IownU seems to be in no trouble. He dropped the banner, both did. Diomed killed 2 squads now, I think. Oh, well, it was 1 now. Okay. Ooh, you wouldn't want to be in this firefight. I think this squad should die. Ooh, it's gonna be. Oh yeah, he barely dies, but Harry's losing a lot as well. If he gets the kill team, that would be huge. Oh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. No, he barely does not. He has to go back now. They both lost so much just now. Assault Marine Squad, we haven't seen those yet. Meanwhile, the kill team is healing. Diomedes died unfortunately for Harry.
We've completed. This battle has escalated.
So this game
to second
appears to
phase.
be pretty close. I think the IownU guy is slightly ahead because he has a better economical and he still has his lead. Is he gonna get a kill on the heavy bolters? No, he's not. There's the drop and there's Harry's kill team. Oh, and where is he going? There's a listening outpost here, so he needs to be careful here. Vortex grenade being utilized. Meanwhile, what's going on over here? Some harassment. I think this is more important. But I think the kill team will just get away.
Preparing heavy bolter devastators for deployment.
Meanwhile, the IownU guy is getting a listening outpost at mid to secure his map control and his defenses. Oh, he's not moving his kill team. Ah, he is now. He will. He was idling for a moment, so that could have been a good kill.
Heavy bolter team deployed.
So Harry is spamming heavy bolters at this point, and let's see. The IownU guy is getting a death storm. Oh, that could hurt a lot. I wonder how effectively it will be utilized. Because if it does, it's gonna be in trouble. Some action going on in the mid game. You see the mid and the mid game. Yeah. Some heavy bolters. The kill team being at it. And IownU appears to be in trouble, but the death storm is coming. That might change things. Vortex grenade being used. The tactical munitions got overextended a bit. Use fire with your cooking. He wants to heal, of course. That's one of the dilemmas you get to deal with. Some melee battle going on as well. The submarine squad of Harry doing some business here. Shoot, man. You gotta shoot.
Servitor deployed.
And the death storm. I wonder when it will be used. And there comes Diomedes. He will have none of it.
Death storm turret ready to deploy.
The death storm is ready. I think he's gonna use it quickly. And he's gonna use it here.
Preparing servitor for deployment.
Harry is not moving his unit so far. He is now. He's gonna lose one squad though.
Our infantry is felled.
I think losing just one squad to this is kind of worth
Readying
it.
for drop.
Since Death Storm should be more expensive than one heavy bolter squad. You can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I play Orc, not Space Marine, so. But I'm pretty sure it should be more expensive. That being said, always be free to give me tips and feedback, etc. As long as you do it in a mannered way, I don't really mind.
Wouldst thou cast the holy standard? Tactical marines are in position to commence deep strike.
Let's see, everyone is just licking their wounds at this point. The elite's going back to submarine. Meanwhile, this heavy bolt squad is all IownU has at this point.
Machine forge at the
So he's gonna have to create and wait for some units now. He can't be that aggressive for now. He needs to play it a bit safe until he has more troops and his elite.
preparing dreadnought for
And on the other way, I feel like... Oh, he's getting a dreadnought. I feel like Harry should capitalize on this moment, since he won the fight basically, he's ahead, and he still has his elites.
completed an elite point generator.
If I were him, I would just get this. I don't
Heavy
think
bolter team, a power generator is
IownU
ready.
can stop you at this point, especially with the dreadnought and heavy bolter.
Upgrade is complete.
But let's see what he's gonna do. It's my first time watching as well, so I'm not prepared. It seems like we have some chemistry, so since he actually is going for this spot. The heavy bolters are here, I will drop them here for the shield. But especially you, where's the dread? Oh. Ah, IownU has dreadnought, of course. That was a mistake there. I'm sorry. There comes the kill team drop. Get a nice flamer off. Drop out some more submarines. Nice fighting going on around here. Ooh, assault terminators being added for IownU. Harry is smartly getting them into melee. You don't want those guys in range. There comes the dreadnought. And now is Harry gonna reply to this? He has no less cannon yet. He's making them though. He has a whirlwind. But I don't think that's gonna do a lot first dreadnoughts. The listening outpost is denied, that's something, but Harry does need to find out how to deal with those dreadnoughts. Comes the whirlwind, doing some damage. But where are the last cannons? Oh, there are they, the last cannons, they're coming. He's quickly building more, which he really needs, because dreadnoughts can be really annoying and tanky, and you really need those last cannons. Get the shield up.
Securing infantry health upgrade.
I thought he was getting the shield up, but he's actually just retreating so he can hit him up. I will just put something here, just anything to be honest. Put the last cannons here, he only has range at this point. And you don't want to give him free shots on the shield generator. Even if you just spam servitors and put them here for that would really work well. Ah, that works as well, they're coming, the submarine squad. It should be fun. Just be careful, he's getting some hits. Step back, get back. Yeah. And he is. Use the last cannons, man. Meanwhile, some sneaky action in the middle. Harry trying to snipe the listening outpost there. But it's not gonna work, especially with the dreadnought being added here, so he just has to back up, and you realize that. Meanwhile, the submarines are going for it, Diomedes is going for it. The last cannons should be going for dreadnought. Durham is doing some damage. Yeah, this one should be destroyed. Or will he get out? It's gonna be close. No, it should be destroyed. He's so low. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, 7 HP. Oh, that's so unlucky. Meanwhile, this dreadnought is still being a bit ballsy. I'm sure this one is gonna get destroyed. And as a waste, he should not be there alone versus this. And a third even. He's not Rambo, he's not Chuck Norris, you can't do that. There goes the heavy bolters I'm gonna shoot. Yeah.
A new drop pod bay is online. Dreadnought, readying for drop.
There's now a bit of a swift though.
Upgrading infantry.
In the early games I would say, and mid game I would say IownU was heavily ahead, but now it seems like Harry is holding on quite nicely and he's slowly recovering and he has all the points here. Get 3 points, 3 nades, 3 nades, the 2 there. But then again, the IownU guy still has the middle, so that's kind of the thing, but I think that's Harry is planning to go for now. If he gets that, he should be ahead economically. Harry is also starting to get some dreadnoughts in. IownU has a whirlwind as well. IownU is the first one to use it. Let's just slow this down. Look at that. A dreadnought being dropped as well, and this is gonna hurt Harry a lot. He needs his own dreadnoughts. But they're still in queue. Almost done though. So we should see them shortly. Yeah, this barely does anything. It's only good first infantry.
Dreadnought on standby for orbit. Wouldst thou cast the holy standard? Las cannon team deployed. The standard flies.
There comes the holy standard. The dreadnought being dropped. And another one maybe. Yeah, another one. And look at that. Look at that dance. Meanwhile, some backdoor attempts going on, but less cannons will have none of it.
Infantry weaponry is improved.
Terminators doing the damage. See, maybe you can try to go for the power, for the shield generator. I will do that. Well, I think Harry is thinking of the same. No, he's not. I think you could. Let's see what does he. Yeah, it is a risk anyway. But I think he might have gotten away with it. It's not defended, and it's not really. He doesn't really have anything near it. But then again, it's a risk, and to keep them safe is also also quite worth it. Less cannons do some damage.
Assault squad en route. We are battling an enemy force. Look northeast.
Cool whirlwinds even. I don't think that's
I
really
would take
necessary.
the field in the Emperor's name.
Then again, who am I, right? It's their game. They get to decide.
Assault Marine squad deployed.
Some action going on around the bottom. Just go for this. That's good. Or if you have anything to drop on top of it, that would really help. Oh, he might be going a bit too Rambo there actually. Kill team being added. And he should be able to get one of them it seems. I thought he would have gotten through, but one it is for now. Although he's still trying to get it, but it's not gonna work. IownU has his kill team here as well. The super weapon being utilized now. I think it's for IownU, yes. He's not hitting anything though.
Scout squad en route.
Ah, they're both using it now.
Scout Marine squad deployed.
Well, that was a bit confusing. It was really hard to see which super weapon was from who, but one of those wasn't really utilized very well. Looking back, I think it's the one from the IownU guy who wasn't really utilized well.
Cannon team deployed.
But you gotta correct me if I'm wrong, because it was very hard to see that. But still nice to see both super weapons being utilized at the same point. Still, if one of them didn't use it, Solarius or the Imperial Knight Paladin in this case would be close for Harry, and let's see. Yeah, IownU does not have a late game elite, so he could be in trouble if this gets to really late game. He still has a while for now, but also because the super webs have been used, I think it would have been the better move if he just skipped that and wait for the Paladin. He didn't really do all that much. But that's being kept in hindsight. And in the game you gotta make decisions in seconds and you don't want to lose your army there, so I understand why it is. I just think it would have been worth it waiting for it. I'm sure he was capable of holding on to this with his army. That being said, 3 dreadnoughts are coming for it, and that hurt a lot. 2 dreadnoughts now. No, the less cannons are gonna die. Especially if he's gonna waste his time fighting a assault marine squad. You gotta block him, you gotta block him. Can you block him? Yeah, that's good, that's good. Oh, and there comes the Dreadnoughts being dropped. I wonder about the upgrades. I'm gonna just check it out. Harry just got infantry help once. I would recommend going for the vehicle upgrades as well, because level 3 tank armor Dreadnought is so hard to kill. Especially for Orc, but I think even for a Space Marine it should be worth it. I'm gonna quickly check this upgrade. Yeah. The IownU guy basically went for the tank upgrades right away. He has 3 on health already. He's getting vehicle damage. And he's getting infantry health 3 as well. So he's really going for the armor. 2 kill teams next to each other. Almost as if in better days they would have been great friends. But for now, war it is. A lot of fighting going on. Let's see who's gonna... I think Harry should be ahead of this. Kill team might be going down here if Harry plays this out correctly. Maybe he's get a kill here. Yeah, it's going. He's going. Oh, almost to the grass.
This chaplain will take the field.
There comes the Immedius. Will this decision help us go down? I think it will. I don't think IownU is going to be able to defend against this. Meanwhile, we are getting closer and closer to the 9 elite points. So I wonder if we will get to see a Knight Paladin being utilized this game. Terminators.
We are the veterans of the first company.
He's really heavy on Terminators. Assault Terminators, normal Terminators.
A new drop pod bay is online. Target destroyed. Predator Annihilator deployed.
This is gonna be interesting.
Pod is available.
Predators are being built now. That's nice. You don't really see them a lot anymore these days. And that's because Relic made a huge mistake making less cannons so incredibly strong. But that's my biased opinion.
I stand without fear. I stand in the light of the Emperor.
Oh, and there goes the shield generator. That's a nice backdoor with the teleport.
We've escalated to the final phase of war.
2 more minutes for the level 9 elite. He just needs to hold on for 2 more minutes. But is he gonna? I think he should. He has very good tanks.
Go ahead. Enemy target
Oh, he's going for it.
We have engaged a strong enemy force.
Is he hitting anything? Yeah. Oh, that's a nice stun with the shockwave. Meanwhile, some nice backdooring. I completely missed that. But he has a shield generator, and it means he has a level 9 elite point now. So there comes the Knight Paladin. And I think IownU is in a world of trouble now.
We've let slip a vital resource point.
Meanwhile, the Predators are going for the top spot, but I don't think that's the problem for him now. The problem, boys and girls, is this guy. How is he gonna deal with it? It is possible, especially with super weapon if you utilize it correctly. Oh, you're floating a bit, dear Harry. Try to use your money, always. Get your upgrades to whatever. See, this money. For your Predators. Use it.
Look to our vulnerable listening post.
Ah, he's using his money. What is he getting? He's getting a submarine squad, a dreadnought, and another dreadnought. I would have liked to see getting the upgrades, especially the armor. Not that he's not playing well, because it's a nice game. But it would be cool to use it also. Oh, and there comes the super weapon. What?
A power generator has been destroyed.
Why? You should use it on it.
Last cannon team deployed.
I'm not sure why he's not using it on the Paladin.
The shield generator endures an attack.
Did Harry capture it? Is that why? Let's just assume he captured it, and that's the reason why he didn't use it to destroy the level 9 elite of the opponent.
The shield generator falls.
The turret should be go down, and I think the GG will be called soon, despite some backdoor attempt going on around here. He's not gonna be on time. Look at this. You're not gonna destroy this before Harry destroys this, so this should be over. And it is over, and he concedes. And that was the GG. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed my casting. Please subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like, and keep me motivated, because I know Dawn of War 3 is in a world of trouble. The player base is consistently dropping, so we need new content, new players. And please support that, because I'm really trying. But if people don't watch my videos anymore, eventually I'm gonna have to swap, and we don't want that. So I hope you like it and have a nice day. I see you around.